Hey, this is Genein with your Diamond Mentor Moment. I'm here hopefully every Wednesday around the 2:30 time frame. And today I want to talk about taking wisdom to coffee or the airport and how that affects your intercultural creativity. I am Janine and I talk about intercultural creativity, which is the combination or the intersection of creative thinking and intercultural competence, and how is a skill that we're going to need going forward for this next era. I have a short story. I really wanted to meet uh, and a producer in Hollywood. I live in Los Angeles by the name of Marcy Carsey, and she is the executive producer of sitcom shows that you know back in the 80s. Huge work that has affected so many lives of all of the shows that she has put on. And you know what? I was like, I'm just going to reach out and ask to take her to coffee because she's did such great work in the area of executive production as a woman back in the late 70s and 80s. She was even pregnant during that time and working at NBC and had to fight a lot of invisible doors and windows that we now walk through so gracefully. So I wanted to get a chance to just sit with her and meet her. And I first sent her a book to where she's a board of at the Hammer Museum. And then I just ended up reaching out via email because she actually contacted me. So I requested a coffee date. Can I just sit with you and get some wisdom from you that I can transfer to my girls that I have in my nonprofit called Alumni 360? And back and forth email, she eventually said yes. I took the risk. I reached out and got to sit with Marcy Carsey for about an hour at the Lux Hotel in West LA near UCLA and just asked her questions about how it was to break through these barriers. And so reaching out is key. That really got me thinking creatively and encouraged me to do some bold things because if she can do them back then, I can do them now when there are a lot less barriers for women. And in my case, women of colors. They're still there, a few of them, but a lot less. Another idea that I want to share with you that does affect your intercultural creative potential is taking people to the airport. I was a part of an amazing fellowship called Be Me, the Be Me community, and it was the Vanguard Fellowship. And I had a friend who said, Janine, what you want to do is ask to take the guest speaker to the airport. And we had a great man there that first day by the name of Dr. Nichols. He was brilliant. And my friend asked Dr. Nichols if he could take him to the airport. And what that did was it secluded him, and he allowed me to come too because my flight was around the same time, but it secluded them in the car for an hour, to and fro and wherever we were going to the airport to ask questions, to get further explanations about the points he was making, to get other insights that weren't shared during the actual meeting toward the fellowship. And I thought that was brilliant. He says, I do this at a lot of my conferences. They need a ride to the airport. And if you offer, and you're part of the conference and they know you're okay, they know you're cool, they might take you up on it. And now you have one-on-one time with the guest speaker. And I thought that was cool. So these affect your intercultural creativity. How so? The number one skill needed in the workforce is creative thinking per the World Economic Forum. Research shows that the number one indicator of a highly creative person is openness to experience. Research also shows that the number one indicator of a highly intercultural competent person is openness to new people with different lived experiences. And so when you put that together, you are working on your intercultural creativity. So I'm going to challenge you today. How are you increasing the amount of people who you are being exposed to? Now that we have Zoom, we have all these social media platforms that weren't here 20 years ago, you really have no excuse of reaching out. For Wednesdays, I, put my calendar out there when people reach out, and if they want to meet, they can choose a spot on my calendar. And even today, it was a packed day. I met people who I thought I was going to just be mentoring or giving some information to. They ended up just blowing me away with the amount of stories they had, and some had some great tips and insights for me to do for my own business and my own just ideation process. And so you never know what you're going to learn. Being mindful that everyone has a diamond gift, diamond ideas within them, and one of those diamonds, at least one, you've never heard about. So I challenge you to look at how many people have you met this past week? How many new people have you interacted with, whether it be via LinkedIn or a Zoom meeting or so? How many ideas have you exchanged with new people and people with different lived experiences? That directly affects your intercultural creativity. So I just wanted to share that Diamond Mentor moment with you. Another last point is Dr. Timothy Clark. Yes, Dr. Timothy Clark will be talking with me live here July 21st, 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. He is the author of The Four Stages of Psychological Safety. And as you see by my tabs, I have read the book thoroughly. And he will be sitting with me. We'll be talking about what it means to create psychological safety, how that affects creative thinking, and how the intercultural competence of people can help really create a culture of psychological safety, which is a culture of creativity. So I hope you join us July 21st here, 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here at this platform. We will see you next time, and take care and be interculturally creative. Bye.